Welcome back to Chicago, man. You're playing big stage tonight, the Chicago Theater, historic place. You've played there before, maybe in another life? Have you been on that stage before?
Played everywhere.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Did I play there?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, it's a great place. You'll love the stage and you'll love the room. And this tour for a pure comedy, you're playing a lot of great stages. You have a lot of people touring with you. This is a huge band you have, right?
Well, yeah, we've all put on a few lbs in the time off. But the stage is a safe place. We don't encourage we don't tolerate body shaming in the Father John Misty LLC.
No, we get that from the audience too. You know, we know that. So
yeah, I do. All joking aside, it is a big band. Yeah. But it's I don't know how interesting this is, but I have like an MD who's touring with us, who administers what Michael Jackson called milk to me every time I say MD, it stands for musical director. It's not a doctor, but we have charts for all the tunes, like all the string arrangements and horns and stuff from the record, and then in every city we're picking up musicians, and so we're. Yeah.
Well, to bring the songs from the record to life, man, you sort of have to do that. Congratulations on Pure Comedy. This is an amazing album.
Thank
you. You can spend a lot of time with this record, and it's an album, I think, in every sense of the word, in that, you know, there's a theme to, an overall theme for the record, in the lyrics. You hear something new every time, and the orchestrations are just beautiful. So kudos on that. You know, you guys did a great job. Yeah.
Thank you.
Who did the orchestrations on the record?
Well, a few different people. This guy Gavin Bryars, who is kind of like a classical iconoclast kind of guy, did the string arrangement on Leaving LA, and that was sort of. In my mind, it was either going to be him or the song just wouldn't have strings on it, because it's no small task to orchestrate something that long without it getting kind of gassy.
I think it's amazing.
My least favorite word, but the only one that will suffice.
And people who are around you, it's not a favorite word of theirs either. But that song is pretty incredible. Do you perform that live?
I've tried it. I've done it a few times. It is tough, you know, because the song is sort of, and this is something that Gavin really did a great job in understanding this and re-articulating it with the strings. There are moments in the song that are supposed to be kind of anxious, you know. I think it's right around like 6 minutes in, the lyrics start to kind of collapse in on themselves, and the string arrangement gets really kind of fussy. It gets like busy, and it's all meant to set up for this catharsis, like at the end. And then again in the arrangement, there's this giant kind of tonic chord through the end that resolves and doesn't resolve. And there's a lot of ambivalence in the song, and a lot of irresolution. Is that how you say it? So it is a tough song in the live setting, because you can, if someone is listening to it at home, I don't have to be there while they're like. But in the live setting, it is intense to feel the audience going through all that, you know. Yeah. And the length of the song does make it somewhat like weaponized in a. Yeah, if they ever need to get like some kind of Saudi dictator out of a safe house, maybe they can send me in. Play Leaving LA.
I don't know. It kept me in my car.
One time.
The song actually kept
Give
me.
up.
The song actually kept me in my car. I couldn't get out of my car. When I was listening to it, and I got home
and fell asleep.
4 hours later, my wife came out and said, "Hey, wake up."
Yeah, I mean, I think that you know, not to be, you know, difficult about it, but it doesn't say anywhere that a song has to be 4 minutes, you know, and that people, when they ask about the length of that song, it's not, don't worry, this sounds like we're setting up me playing the song. I'm not going to play it, but
It's great conversation.
but 15 minutes was the time that I needed to convey what I wanted to convey, and really the point of that song, you know, in the way that it resolves / doesn't resolve, because that song it's all about the unspeakable, and it's all about this uncertainty that had crept into my life, and an anxiety about Emma and I, and so that song is kind of me avoiding that topic and going to no meager length to talk about like anything but, and realizing that if I didn't have this person in my life, then the substance of my life would be this kind of ridiculous petty careerism and self-mythologizing and anxiety about who I am, what do I mean to my audience, what do I mean to blah blah blah. That stuff doesn't really matter, but then but at the same time it does matter, and you have this record that's all about kind of capital P people as like an abstraction. And I wanted there to be like a living human in all of his absurdity and silliness and empathy and fear, like in the middle of the record,
It's an incredibly revealing song, as is the entire album. We have many instruments for you here. You can choose any instrument to play if you'd like.
I'm going to do a little round.
You've played them all. Why not? But you're going to play some songs for us, right?
Sure, yeah.
All right. Father John
Yeah.
Misty.